G'day. This is Charlie, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come on over and join me at askcharlyleetham.locals.com. You can join the community for free. You can become a supporter and gain access to supporter-only content. Leave comments on and start your own conversations. And of course, you're going to help me keep creating content like this. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit more off the cuff. I normally have some fairly prepared notes for my podcast, my inspirations, but today I'm going to do something a little bit more off the cuff. So please give me a little bit of grace if I muff it up a little bit more than I normally do. The working title, and it might change by the time I get this up on the internet, is Are You Selling or Are You Serving? Going to tell you a story about when I was a young salesperson. And when I talk young salesperson, I think I was 26 and working in the IT industry. I had just come back to work with my second child, having my second child, my daughter. And I got a new boss in. And my new boss was watching what I was doing, and he said, I want you on the sales team. And at that point, I had been a tech. I was a tech. I was leading the tech team. We were out doing things with clients. We were fixing problems. We were implementing things. We were installing things. But I had also been working, and this is what he saw. I was working very closely with the sales team, because what I had seen, and this comes down and a lot, some of it is just who I am and the way I'm built. The other part was I had done a lot of training in other parts of my life that made this seem very logical to me. And I had been working with the sales teams because what I had seen was that if we could get it right at the time of sale, if we could get the client needs and understand what the client wanted at the time of sale and get an engineer or a tech involved early on, the installation process, the delivery process, the support process went so much more easily. There's the word. And that was because, and there's no dissing salespeople here. My salespeople were awesome guys, absolutely awesome guys. They weren't techs though. They were going off brochures. They were going off sales documents. And trust me when I tell you that brochures and sales documents don't tell you the whole story. Sometimes they even tell you the wrong story. So what I had ended up doing was every time a sales guy would go out to do, not every sales call, but if he was going out to do a fact finding or find out what the client wanted, I'd encourage them to take one of the techs along. And they usually took me because I could talk to people. And we'd go along and we'd go through and I'm like, yep, okay. And then I'd take it back in and we'd start to put it together. And I'd bring in my other techs, the other guys, and say, hey guys, we've got to do this thing. I'm thinking we should do this. What do you guys think? And we had a real collaborative thing. And what we ended up doing was some amazing sales. We saved some sales that we would have lost. We actually converted sales that for one thing into something else that made us a heap more money with a whole heap of recurring ongoing service income, because we were able to see what the client needed and we were able to guide them. Okay, that's the setup. That brings me now. Here I am. I can't even do the math as to how many more years later, looking out into the industry and seeing a similar thing. I'm in a couple of Facebook groups and I'm in a couple of other groups around on other platforms. And often I see people post a question. Hey guys, I'm having this problem. What do you think I should do? And what it makes me very sad. It makes me very depressed and disappointed. What a lot of people will do is you want this piece of software, you want this service, you want to do this. This is based on 4 or 5 lines of text about what a problem they're having. There's no definition. We don't know what their budget is. We don't know what they've already got in place. We don't know enough, is my point. And rather than asking more questions and drawing it out and saying, hey, listen, how can I help you? people are there telling people, just go and buy this thing, just go and do this. Now, a lot of the time it's because, and I know some of the time it's because you get commission off of selling that piece of software. Some of the time it's because, well, you're going to get a client who's going to come to you and say, hey, listen, I've bought it. I don't know what I'm doing. And because you're the one that's recommended it, sometimes they'll come back to you and say, hey, how do I do this? What do I do here? Um, what it isn't about is actually understanding the client's base needs. And that brings me back to, are you selling or are you serving? Why are you doing this business? Me, I'm doing it because I want to see people succeed. I want to see other businesses do really, really well. I want to see businesses be profitable in what they do. That is not served by me going out and saying, you just want this piece of software, or just go and do this, or do this thing, without setting down and going through the options. So if you have seen me, if you're watching this podcast and you've seen me operate in a lot of groups, you will see that one of the first things I do when I see a problem related to my area of expertise is I start to ask questions. I might provide some guidance, but I try to ask questions. I try to ask, what's your budget? What have you currently got? Could you explain what your problem is in a little bit more detail so that we can work it through? And then finally, one of the things I will say is, listen, give me a DM. If you need help, give me a DM. I'm going to happily have a talk to you. I don't charge anything for that. I don't say there's a fee associated with it. Now, there's a point that I have to get to and say, okay, look, I can't go any further. This is now, about a consultation, and that's going to cost you money. Or you want me to help you implement this, that's going to cost money for me to do. But to start with, to get someone thinking along the right way, to get them moving along the track in the right direction, I will happily give them some of my time for free. I will happily give them some of my expertise and the knowledge that I've built up over the time for free, because that's who I am and that's what I want to do. Why are you in your business? It comes back to, why are you in your business? What is it you're trying to do? And if you see someone asking a question, I have this problem, what would you do? How are you addressing it? Are you going out with, here's the answer, what was the question again? Or are you going out saying, why don't you tell me more? Let me see how I can help you. Let me see what other advice I can give you. Gonna say that there is no black and white answer in anything I do. Absolutely no black and white answer, not even down to security. There is the answer is generally always, it depends. So what are you guys doing? Are you selling or are you serving? Are you out there just to make a quick buck? Or are you out there to generate and build a long-term business that helps your clients succeed? And if you're doing the latter, how does your behavior address that? How does your behavior support that and build that? Please let me know. This is actually something that's really, really close to my heart. It makes me very, very sad when I sort of see the conversations going on, and particularly when those conversations end up dissing other people's services or other things going on, and it becomes a little bit, there's a little bit of animosity there. It makes me very sad. It makes me very, very unhappy to see that going on, because there's no need to. There's no need for that to happen. But please, look, I've rabbited far too long now. Please let me know what you think. Join me at Locals, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. You can join the conversation. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you handle things. Tell me where your challenges are there, where your blocks are there. Maybe we can work together and see if we can make that a little easier for you. As always, guys, please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. Please leave reviews. Tell me, was this a good episode? Did you enjoy this episode? Is this something you want to hear more of, or would you just rather not hear it at all? And maybe share this episode with someone who needs to hear it or you think might benefit from it. That's a better way of putting it, isn't it? Tomorrow is topic number 174, the art of negotiation. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.